Remember that an agreement is formed by an offer and an acceptance. Thus far, we've looked at the rules regarding offers. Let's now look at acceptances. So Sonia again is trying to sell her laptop to Ahmed. Do you want to buy my Apple laptop for $700? This time, Ahmed says, yes, I'll take it, only if you'll throw in your AirPods. Is there an agreement between Sonia and Ahmed? An acceptance is where the offeree agrees to enter into the contract proposed by the offeror. An acceptance has to be communicated by the offeree to the offeror. And acceptance must also be full and unconditional acceptance of all the terms of the offer. If it's not a full and unconditional acceptance of all the terms, it is considered to be a counteroffer. Ahmed has added a condition of including Sonia's AirPods to his acceptance of the offer. Or specifically, he's saying that he does want to buy her laptop for $700, but only if it includes her AirPods. So therefore, there is no actual acceptance that has occurred here. In other words, there was no full and unconditional acceptance of all of the terms of Sonia's offer. So what we have is a counteroffer by Ahmed. Sonia can now reject or accept that counteroffer. To be effective, an acceptance needs to be communicated by the offeree to the offeror. Now that communication can be done by words, conduct, and sometimes silence. So words are the most direct way of doing it. It can be in writing, it can be in writing on paper, it can be in writing online electronically, or it can be done verbally. Conduct can be as simple as a nod of a head or a handshake or any other action that can be reasonably interpreted to be an acceptance. Now, silence sometimes could be considered acceptance. And I say sometimes because silence generally cannot be considered to be an acceptance. But if there is some kind of prior agreement between the parties where it is clearly stated that a lack of response or silence could be considered to be an acceptance, then in that kind of situation, the silence or failure to respond could be considered to be an acceptance. So an example could be if we talk in advance and say that if I don't hear from you, I will assume that you do want to buy my car. If I don't hear from you by noon tomorrow, so if I don't hear from you, if there's only silence, if I don't hear a response, then I will assume that you do want to buy my car and that you have accepted the offer. So only in those kinds of situations where there is that prior agreement can silence be interpreted as being acceptance. But usually silence is not considered to be acceptance.